What is up, guys? Today is going to be a Kirby moveset tier list. So basically it's going to be how good each of Kirby's individual moves are. Now there's a few different ways to go about doing this. For example, you could do it on how often you're using the move. You could be doing it on how well it compares to the other similar-ish moves that Kirby has. You could also do it on how much you would want someone else's move. So for example, like Kirby's up air, how many other characters you would want their up air rather than yours. But what I'm going to be mostly focusing on is how in need of a buff it is. So basically, if the move is perfectly fine as it is, like there is no changes needed, it is already completely viable, maybe one of the best moves in the game, that goes in S tier. If it's doesn't need any changes, but like could have changes without breaking the character, that'd go in A tier. F tier means like it's in absolute need of a buff. There's no reason to use this move, basically. So, just gonna say off the bat, I don't think any of Kirby's moves are in S tier. I don't think anything is really that close to being up there, because basically S tier would mean it can make someone completely viable as a character by itself, just about. An example would be like Fox's or Wolf's pre-patch lasers. They were really good. That would be an S tier move. So, actually many of Peach's aerials as well would probably also be S tier. But let's get started. I'm going to try and explain my thought process if that was a little confusing, but it's going to be a mixture of all of the things I mentioned for the most part. It's not going to be just one thing. So we're starting with Kirby's up air. Now this is a very interesting one because you use it a lot. You really do, because you do up tilt up air. You can land with it. You can combo it into like up air to inhale or up air to back air. And you've got a lot of like different kind of specific combos when you land it. But in terms of being an up air, it's not that great of a move. It comes out frame 10, which is pretty slow for an up air. Like that's comparable to up airs that have like insanely big ranges and power. Like I'm not exactly sure about like Bowser's up air or Donkey Kong's up air, but those are probably about similar frame data, but they have a lot more reward for hitting it. Kirby, I mean, you've got some combos from it, but a lot of other up airs in the game are better combo starters or are more powerful and come out faster. So that's why I'm actually going to put it... I would put it in D, but I'm going to put it in C because you can use a lot of it for up tilt up airs and low percent combos. It's really good. Now we have down smash. Down smash is Kirby's worst smash attack in my opinion. It's really bad because it doesn't combo really from anything. I mean, you can do like the auto cancel, full hop, auto cancel down air, but like it's hard to hit that. And in Smash 4, you could basically do down air, down smash as long as you had a decent amount of rage. It was dependent on the character, but a little inconsistent. But you could get it pretty solidly, and you could kill confirm with it. Now you can't do that as easily. And it just is so unsafe on shield compared to a lot of different down smashes. Like when you hit, let's say, Captain Falcon's down smash or whatever, the front hit and back hit move. Like it's pretty safe when you hit someone's shield with it. But like Kirby, when you hit, it's very, very minus on shield. So we're going to put it in D. It actually isn't even that powerful. It also changes. It changed from Smash 4, the angle. It used to send you at like an up and out. Now it kind of sends you as like a down and out almost, or sideways more so, which is okay. I mean, it can be good at the ledge. It does have usage on the ledge, especially for regrabs. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in D because compared to other down smashes, it's not that great. Down air. This is another interesting one because you see me using it a lot, and I shouldn't be. It's just, I don't know, a lot of times I play on autopilot, and I'm just throwing out down airs, which shouldn't be in your autopilot. Don't use this move that often. Don't use it as often as I use it, please. It does have a lot of combo potential when you land it, especially where you land it, but it's pretty inconsistent when you don't land the like certain hits of it. So it's not that great. Like a lot of times I'm like, okay, I'll do a down air to something else, and then like I just don't get it. And so it has a lot of reward for when you hit it, but it comes out, I believe, at insanely slow. It's either 16 or 18. I'm pretty sure it's frame 18, which is just horrendous. That is so bad. Like Ganondorf's down air comes out frame 16. And that move, when you hit it, like, obliterates people off stage. And Kirby's down air barely sends people downwards when you hit it off stage. Like, Inkling can recover when you hit it like 60, 70%, it feels like from so low, they can just bloop on back up, doesn't send them to the blast zone. The spike is not as powerful, and it doesn't connect as well if you're like kind of fast falling it when you're using off stage, or like hit some of the side hits. Like, it's not very good. It could be a lot better. It's in need of a buff. Kirby's Inhale. This move sucks. Jokes aside, it's not a good move. I mean, when you get it, when you get the power, in some matchups, that's insanely good. But it is in need of a buff for many different reasons. First off, it comes out pretty slow. I don't know the frame data, but it's very, very slow and very punishable when you use it if you don't land it. So you really don't want to be using it outside of guaranteed combos, or when someone is on a platform shielding, like you can catch them there. So you don't want to be using it outside of that, because you'll get punished very hard. And also, the whole projectile thing, I was so excited about that, but then to see how it was implemented was just so bad. Like, Wario, when he gets projectile, like, he eats it up just like that, and it's fine. But Kirby, there's so much end lag, especially after healing, or just basically doing anything where someone can throw it at you, and if they think you're gonna suck it in and heal from it, they're just gonna run up and then destroy you with like a really powerful move. So it's really not that. It could be better. It could be a lot better. It could have a bigger range. It could come out faster. It could do better at healing projectiles and just projectiles in general. And like sucking up bombs and stuff, it gives you 5%, I think. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think it could be better. I mean, you could argue that, like, when you land it against certain characters, it's huge, but, like, the move itself could be better. So, that's why it's an E. Now, Kirby's up B. This could go in D. But I think it's sort of similar to Inhale in terms of in need of a buff. I mean, they did buff it in the last patch, and I could say it might be in D now, but I'm just going to put it in E. Basically, it does an okay job at getting you back to the ledge, and it's not great, though. Like, Marth's up B, like, you'd much rather have something that just kind of quickly snaps the ledge with a quick hitbox. Having some armor on the up B would be nice as well. I mean, I'm not asking for it. I'm just saying, like, in terms of other characters up Bs, it just doesn't do an amazing job. In terms of being an offensive move, like a projectile, it's horrible. One of the worst projectiles in the game. I mean, it's, I think, a little better than it was in Smash 4. Like, it's slightly harder to punish, but, like, it's still, when you get a punish off, it can be pretty hard. Also, you used to be able to do forward throw to up B as a decent percent rack or upper at like low mid percents, like when forward throw forward air stopped connecting. But now forward throw to up B does the same amount of percent as down throw, so you'd rather just be going for down throw generally, so it has even less usage. So basically the patch buffed it, but also limited its usage, like the latest balance patch for Kirby, or the second to latest, because the latest one we didn't get anything. Side B. This might be... No, this is one of the worst moves in the game. This is such a bad move. I still get comments nearly daily, though, that basically say, why aren't you using this move more? And the reason is because it's one of the worst moves in the game. It is extremely punishable. Comes out, I think, it's like frame 11, but also there's like 15 frames of charging that you have to go through. Like, when you have it charged, it comes out frame 11. But when you just want to use it, it comes out, I think, frame 26. Which is basically half the speed of F Smash. I think F Smash is frame 13. So, I think it's even less powerful than an F Smash when uncharged. So, like, you won't use it on the ground. That's just laughably bad. Unless you want a shield break punish, in which it's one of the best shield break punishes in the game. However, it's almost impossible to land a shield break in this game. So, yeah, just because of Kirby's down B not hitting twice and shield breaking anymore, but I'll get into that in a second. But it's so bad. In the air, a little more usable, because when you are hit off stage, you can charge it right there, and you can like kind of come back to the stage and throw people off because you can swing it twice in the air. And a lot of people don't see that coming because no one ever uses the move. But outside of that, it has very, very limited uses. If you somehow land both hits of it, like both aerial hits, on someone who is shielding, if it's decently charged, it can break a shield, which I've done, I think, 2 or 3 times ever. So that's not reliable at all. It's a very bad move. Please stop asking me in the comments, why aren't you using this move more? It's so bad. It's so bad. Down B. Now this move is famous for being basically the noob favorite move. When people are beginners, pick up the game, they somehow all know to go to Kirby and just float up to the top and then down B. Like, I don't know how everyone just knows that. But basically, it's really bad, if you didn't know already. It's a really bad move. It's not as bad as Hammer, because it does have some usage. For example, you can use it off stage when someone is recovering against certain characters. Certain characters it's really good against, certain characters it's not so great against. But some characters it's really solid if you have limited all of their recovery options and you force them to use their up B. If you can time it right, you can get like basically a near guaranteed kill. But that's pretty specific when that happens. A lot of times it will also stage spike and they can tech, but most of the time they don't tech because like they're not expecting to get downbeat. It's better than Hammer though, for sure. Outside of that, it has pretty limited usage. You can throw it out as a mix-up when someone is like going for an up air overextending. For example, if you notice someone is always up airing with a long-lasting move. So an example would be like maybe the Lynx. They have that up air that lasts really long, where they just kind of throw out the sword. If you notice after doing a certain move, they're always going for it, you can throw out a down B. And a lot of people kind of say, oh, it's completely useless on stage. It's not, because of that. And you're able to land that because the up air can last so long that when they follow you up, they don't have time to avoid the down B. Or at least they'll have trouble. You don't want to land on stage with it. When you do it, you want to cancel it mid-air if you can. Yeah, it's not good, though. It's overall not a great move, but it has usage, unlike Hammer, which has almost no usage. Forward Smash. You're not going to be going for Forward Smash like a ton, because it's a smash attack. Generally, you don't go for smash attacks a lot. You save it for when you want to get a kill at the mid-high percents, and they're generally pretty punishable. But in terms of forward smashes, it's pretty good. Like, I sometimes switch and play other characters and like, man, this forward smash comes out slow, or this forward smash is so punishable, and Kirby, surprisingly, isn't that punishable. It can cross up shields, it's very powerful, it has very deceptive range. I mean, it's not an amazing move because you can still punish it, but the fact that it can cross up can throw people off, it can make it hard to punish. As far as forward smashes go, it is a good forward smash. I mean, it's not like by itself an amazing move, but I don't think it needs any buffs or anything. Like, I think it's a solid move. It can combo from forward air. That's about the only way you're going to be landing it from combo. But as far as forward smashes go, it's a good forward smash. Really all I have to say. I mean, it's not like the best move for Kirby. Obviously, there's going to be more moves that are better than it, but it's a pretty decent move. Neutral air. This is an interesting one, because like Kirby's aerials, they come out very slow. Kirby's neutral air comes out frame 10, which is really slow for a neutral air. Like, almost all neutral airs come out very fast. Like Mario's, Luigi's, Peach's. Even Bowser's probably comes out similar frames as Kirby, but has like 8 times the range. It is a decent combo starter. It has some usage for low percent combos, like from a forward throw and stuff. It's pretty safe on shield. You can use it off stage as well now because of the first active frame buff. But I still think it's in need of a buff in terms of frame data. I mean, it would be kind of complicated with how you do it, but I would be okay with buffing the move a little bit. Because in terms of a move, it's pretty okay on Kirby's Kid. But a lot of characters have better neutral airs that come out earlier. And because of that, I'm going to put it in C. So don't think this is like that bad of a move, but other characters have much better neutral airs. So that's going in C. It's not a combo breaker. Kirby doesn't really have a combo breaker aerial. So that's why it's in C. I would like for it to be a little better than it is. But it does have a lot of usage. Don't get me wrong. Back air. Ooh, I love this move. I love this move so much. You'll hear me talk about how much I love back air. This is going in A. This is way better than all of these other moves. Back air comes out frame 6. Very, very quick back air. It's also pretty powerful. It can kill... I get a lot of kills with this. It combos from back throw to back air, and there's a few combos you can get with it, like up tilt to back air, reverse up air to back air. Actually, I think you can get the regular up air back air and turn it around. You can do down tilts to attack cancel back air, which I made a video on. Very, very safe. At low percents, it's not amazing because, like, I believe it's punishable on hit. Like, a lot of times I hit them and retreat with it, but, like, still get punished for it because it's, like, kind of long-lasting, or, like, decently long-lasting. But it comes out very quickly. It's really good out of shield. Like, super good out of shield. I love the move. It's always been one of Kirby's best moves in basically every game. Like, in Melee, it's definitely Kirby's best move. Brawl, one of Kirby's best moves. Smash 4, one of Kirby's best moves. And Ultimate, one of Kirby's best moves. This game, it might be a little bit weaker because Kirby has a couple other things that I'll get to, but it's really good. It's a really good back air. Up smash. Now, up smash would have probably been in C tier before, but I'm actually going to move it up to B tier because the buff from 3.0, I believe it's 3.0, the buff was really good. It was a really nice buff because it now has a longer sweet spot, so you can, like, I believe it's now hits like the up, like right above you, it now has a sweet spot. Before it was like the middle sour spot before, but now it's like the sweet spot at the top, so you can catch people in the air a lot better than before, because before you basically had to hit them in front of you. Now you can hit them a little more on top of you, which is what you want to be using the move for in general. You can also use it out of shield. It's your strongest out of shield option, your strongest, like, fast out of shield option. It comes out about the same frame in terms of how quickly it comes out of shield compared to forward air and neutral air. It's a little slower than back air, but I think it's slightly faster than forward air and neutral air. So it can be really good as a kill option out of shield if you need to kill. It's just a good move. I mean, it catches people in the air. It has, like forward smash, a pretty deceptive hitbox. Like, it goes a little bit higher than you would think. It has some usage in terms of combo from up tilt at low percent. But it's kind of inconsistent. I really haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if there is some consistency to it that I'm just not getting, but it's a good move. It's a pretty solid move. In terms of smash attacks, at least. Like, I don't think it needs any more buffs. Like, I think it's fine the way it is. And it's not, like, amazing. Don't spam it, just like forward smash. But that's a pretty solid move. Forward tilt. Now, this is one of Kirby's best moves, especially after the patch. The patch helped it a lot. Initially, people were saying they were, like, upset with it because it was, it wouldn't set up for, like, not kill confirms, but before it would jab block, set up for jab block at higher percents, but now it sets it up at lower percents. But it can also kill, which is pretty great because it can kill from forward tilt, or forward air. You can do the first hit or second hit of forward air can combo into a forward tilt. I mean, the first hit combos in the forward smash, but it's a little safer to throw out a forward tilt. It can kill, like, at the ledge decently early. It's kind of like Pichu's, just you can throw them out, but you also don't take percent when you use it. It's probably slightly weaker than Pichu's, but it did get buffed, and Pichu's did get nerfed, so they're pretty close now, probably, or at least decently close. it's a really good poking tool, very solid. I can set up for jab blocks at low percents. I like the move. I don't get as much usage out of it as some other Kirbys, but I know it's a really good move. So, forward tilt. It's good. Up tilt. Ooh. I want to put it in A tier. I'm going to put it in A tier. I thought about putting it in B because I do think it could use some buffs, because it could be a little more consistent for up tilt combos at low percents, but it's still a really good move. So I don't want to like put it in B tier because it could use some buffs, but it's just such a good move. You can do up tilt, up air, up tilt to really anything at low percents. Really solid move. You can do up tilt to inhale, can do that. You can approach with it, especially with the reverse hit. Great anti-air, just good. It's always been a good move for Kirby as well. Just up tilt and back air have always been two of Kirby's best moves in pretty much any game in the series. Down tilt. Ooh. This is another A tier move. This is probably in contention for Kirby's best move with his other tilts and another move I'll get to in just a minute. But these are all some of Kirby's best moves. The A tier moves are probably 4 of Kirby's top 5 best moves. I mean, his tilts are all very solid. Down tilt can trip and lead to a forward smash, which can kill at like 60-70% if you're close to the ledge. It stops tripping at higher percents, but I mean, at that sweet spot range, it's really amazing. It can combo into a lot of stuff, even if you don't get the trip. Low percents, you can just kind of throw them out. Against a lot of characters, it can invalidate a lot of their moves because you're ducking when you use it. Comes out very quickly, pretty safe. Another great poking tool that you can use when you're like running at your opponent. Really solid. Like, really running and using any of Kirby's tilts are a pretty solid option. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of usage. And you can also use it to jab block. Well, not jab. Yeah, hit the jab block, jab reset them with it. So you can do the forward tilt and then jab block with a down tilt, which is a lot better than doing jab most of the time. Speaking of jab, here it is. Now, man, this is a bad move. This is a really bad move. If I want to put it in E, I think I do. It comes out frame 3. I think that's actually a nerf. I'm pretty sure it was frame 2 in Smash 4. Don't quote me on that, though. It's not a great move because even though it comes out very fast, it's Kirby's fastest move to throw out, there's very little times that like it's your best thing to throw out, because like dropping shield and jabbing is still slower than some of his other out of shield options. So, I mean, and even if it is faster, like it's the only thing you can hit at the time, it's not great to hit because they can get out of the rapid jab decently early. It's not like Inklings where you're like almost for sure locked into it. They can SDI out of it, and it's got so much end lag, like an insane amount of end lag, and it's so minus on hit or on shield that like it's not worth going for. I usually when I do jab jab to down tilt because I don't want to be stuck in the rapid jab. It's so bad. Not a good jab. It could use some work. Like, it really just needs to fix how much end lag there is on shield, because a lot of characters have a decently safe jab on shield, and it's hard to punish them. Kirby's, you can just wait there and then throw out a big forward smash. So, bad jab. Dash attack is a pretty solid move. It got a huge buff from Smash 4. Smash 4 is one of the worst moves in the game. Not just dash attack. It was like one of the worst moves in the game. Now, in Ultimate, it can kill. It has some combo setups, like it can get comboed into from a few different things. And it's just a pretty solid move. It has a lot of end lag, though. That is the biggest problem. So it's not like an S tier or A tier dash attack. Some characters have incredibly good dash attacks that are basically essential to their kit. But this can cross up shields. It can do a lot of different things that you want it to do, especially like at the ledge. It can hit people on the ledge, some characters. It can cover a lot of ledge get-ups. It racks up a decent amount of percent. It's pretty good. Like, you don't want to be spamming it because once the opponent gets used to the timing, they can punish it pretty hard. But like until my opponent proves that they can punish Dash Jack, I'm gonna keep going for it as a burst option. And it's pretty good. As far as dash attacks go, it's a decent one. We're gonna put it in B because while it could be better, I don't think it needs a buff or anything. Like, I think it's fine the way it is. I mean, it's a decently punishable move, kind of like these other moves. You don't want to be spamming any of these B tier moves, but they're fine moves the way they are. A lot of moves shouldn't be able to be spammed, so Dash Jack is a good addition to Kirby's kit. Now, forward air. A lot of Kirby's thinks this is Kirby's best move. I don't completely agree. I do think it is one of Kirby's best moves, though. Definitely top 5 with all of these guys. I think these are Kirby's top 5 moves. I don't think there's really too much you could argue is up there as well. Maybe you could argue a couple other things. But anyways, Kirby's forward air is a very good move. It does it all. It can do forward air forward smash. It can be a great combo starter. It's decently safe, so you can kind of throw it out retreating. You can get low percent combos like forward throw to forward air to re-grab. At first glance, it doesn't look good because it comes out frame 10. It doesn't connect great at high percents. It can also kill, forgot to mention that. But the problem is, what I don't like about it is that it's inconsistent to hit at high percents. Like, a lot of times I'm trying to get it and I have trouble, like at 120 plus, that I like don't land all of the hits of it. It doesn't connect great. It could connect better. And I also think that it could come out a little bit earlier because frame 10 still is pretty slow for an aerial. I mean, if you buff it, it'll make it crazy good with like forward throw and stuff. Like, the combos will be even better. And that is a risky game you're playing, but the fact that it comes out frame 10 makes me want to put it at B tier. Because I think it could be improved. I mean, it's pretty close to A tier as well, because it does so much. It's such a good move. Like, it could be one of Kirby's best 3 moves, best 2 or 3 moves. Like, it's so good, but I still think it's more deserving of a buff than the other ones on top of it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think it's not one of Kirby's best moves. I do, but I think it could use a buff, unlike the other moves. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, it's a really good move. Down throw. This is weird because you're going to be using it arguably the most. I mean, you'll be using forward throw maybe a little bit more, but you'll be using this a lot. And that's because the damage buff makes it do a lot of percent. It basically does the most percent out of all of Kirby's throws. So, I mean, there's no follow-ups or anything. It's just like you use it because it's marginally higher percent than the other ones. So, like, that doesn't mean it's an amazing move or anything. So, I'm going to put it at C. Forward throw, we're going to put this one in B because it's so good at low percent combos. Like, you can rack up so much percent with it. If you took away Kirby's forward throw, Kirby would have nothing at low percent. I mean, up tilt and stuff. But yeah, Kirby's forward throw is great. A lot of characters would love to have such a great combo starter, but it's not an A tier because, like, at higher percents, it doesn't do too much. I mean, you can do forward throw forward air and forward throw up B, but if the opponent's DIing away, it doesn't connect too great. But yeah, I mean, it's a great combo starter, putting in B tier. Back throw. Oh, I could put it in C tier, but I'm going to leave it in B tier. One thing to mention, forgot to mention, platforms, on platforms, like Battlefield platforms, you can't use it. So I guess it could be C tier because you could argue that it could be buffed because it is deserving of that buff, but like, it's still a good move, and I'm going to put it in B tier. Back throw. This is interesting because, like, you have back throw back air under platforms, and it can kill, but like, it doesn't kill unless you are at the ledge and they're at pretty high percents. So I'll put it in D because I think it's worse than down throw. Like, if you took away Kirby's down throw, I'd be more upset than if you took away Kirby's back throw. Now, last we have Kirby's up throw. Now, Kirby's up throw is good for killing. It is very solid, but the problem is it doesn't kill as early as it did in Smash 4, and I was used to that. So I think it could be buffed to basically Smash 4's power. It's still okay because a lot of characters from Smash 4 to Ultimate got their kill throws nerfed. So it is still okay, especially on platforms. And I'm going to put it in C because of that. When you have platforms, you can up throw onto them and kill at decently early percents. Still not, like, amazingly early, but okay percents you can kill at. I mean, you won't be getting tons of kills with this, but you'll be getting a decent amount of kills. So C tier is where I think it should be, kind of middle of the pack, because I think it could be buffs. It is a decent kill throw, though. Not the best in the game, but it's okay. So yeah, I think this is about it. I don't see anything that's like way off or really anything that's too bad. Let me know what you guys think. If you disagree with any of the moves, let me know why. Why did I put back throw down here? How did back throw get moved down here? Back throw should be in D tier. Up throw should be in C tier if I mixed anything up along the way. But anyways, let me know if you disagree with anything that I put out. I do think that this is basically about right. I don't know, I might change a couple things if I were to relook at it again, see a couple things compared to each other, but I think this is about accurate-ish. Let me know if you disagree with anything, and let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like to see in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's a very long video. I didn't mean for it to be this long, but I just want to give my thought process on all of the different moves. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.